Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the Kitty G, and I'm back again with another video. And today we're going to be talking about Héctor Bellerín and finding a replacement in world football for Héctor Bellerín. Now, Héctor Bellerín, the thing about Héctor Bellerín, guys, is that he's constantly getting injured nowadays. He's constantly getting injured, constantly finding himself on the injury table, constantly finding himself in a situation where he's unable to play for the Arsenal. So, you know what we got to do? We got to go out in world football, and we've got to go scout some players and bring them to the Arsenal for them to sign. So, yes. So, first things first, the first person that we're going to look at today is Hakimi. So, the thing about Hakimi is a good player. He played at Dortmund on loan. He was a Real Madrid player, subsequently sold just last summer to Inter Milan. And the thing is, I feel like he will cost too much for Arsenal to get Hakimi out of Inter. Inter will tell us he will cost over 40 million guaranteed. So the problem is, I don't think he will be the first choice for Arsenal, and I don't think he'll meet the criteria based on the fact that financially we will not be able to buy the player. So immediately I'm just going to take him out of the fold, take him out of the picture, and just go back to square one. So who are we going to find? So we've already looked at the first option, and it looks like Héctor Bellerín to leave and Hakimi to come in is not going to happen. So what are we going to do? Who are we going to go to next? Well, we'll go to France, and we'll look at none other than Leo Debus. So let's talk about Leo Debus. Let's talk about the young man. Let's talk about what we know about this man himself. So he's 26 years old, currently playing at Lyon, right? He's a right back. He's a French national, right? He this season so far he's played 24 games, contributed with 2 goals. He can get forward. He's a good attacker. He can do stuff in the other side of the box as much as defend, right? Now he has a good delivery. He's a smart player. He can pick passes well. He's very confident. He can do. He's very technical, but at the same thing, he's not the fastest player. He's average speed. He's not the most pacey. So his weakness would be if he's beat by a faster player, we would not be able to catch up to him based on his foot speed. But sometimes, if you're good enough defensively to stay on top of your man and hold on to your possession, you don't need to worry that much about it. As an Arsenal defender, I think he'll be adequate. Now we're not going to get into rankings yet, but so far this is just a little bit about Debus. I think he would not cost us that much due to the financial troubles that Lyon is in, and buying a player who's good in possession, plays well, delivers good quality set pieces, and good in the final ball. I think it would seem like a good idea for Arsenal to get this man, and he would do quite well for us. So that's the first player that I want to look at. And you know what? Shout out to the thread where I found this on Twitter. Big up to the guy who set this up. Now moving on to next guy. Next guy is Napoli's Giovanni Di Lorenzo. Now Giovanni Di Lorenzo is 27. He's just getting into his prime years, getting into his prime peak. The thing about Giovanni is he is one of their attacking outlets there. He's one of their best right backs. He's been playing there for a couple of years now. Now let's get into a little bit more about Giovanni. Now Giovanni, he's good and consistent, intense with overlaps. He's a smart passer, likes to hold on to possession. He has a big engine running up and down that wing, making it his own, right? He has good delivery, he's very quick. Once again, he's not the fastest player. His ability to cross when running at pace is not the best. He's not the best at delivering of crosses, and one-on-ones, he usually does not come out the best on one-on-ones. So he can beat quite easily on one-on-ones. He's not the best defender, but at the same time, he's better than average. And attacking-wise, he's consistently known for his attacking aspects, guys. Now moving on to what else do we know about Giovanni, right? What we know about the Italian international that plays for Napoli is that if he was to come into our team, he would be slightly older. His technical ability and it would help our attack, right? And he would be a nice signing for us in the long run. I think we could get another 4 to 5 years out of him. He would be like a Nacho Monreal, a steady Eddie who would perform, giving you 7s out of 10 every single week. You would not expect him to give you less than that. And you know what? If that's what you're getting, a 7 out of 10 player every week, we take that based on some of the performances that we've been getting from some of our players over the past couple of years. If you guys know what I mean. right? Now moving on to the next player. Who's the next player? Who's the next player, you might ask? Who is the next player, you might ask? Well, none other than the man himself, Junior Samba. Junior Samba is currently he's playing in France, right? He's playing for this team called Vaxinfen in France. No, I'm sorry, Montable. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names, guys. But the 24-year-old defender is currently playing in France in Ligue 1. He joined them back in 2017. This season he's gotten 24 games already in the league, right? The man can play a plethora of ways, but the main thing that this guy is good at is that he can drive and hit and whip those crosses in consistently. And you know what? One thing we've lacked is consistent crossing from that right-hand side. At times, Héctor Bellerín has not been good enough to do what we need him to do. So his biggest strength is hitting those crosses in, whipping them in, doing them in consistently with strength. And you know what? One-on-one duels, able to beat his man, dribble by his man, get past them one-on-ones. We don't have a right back currently that can get past their defenders one-on-ones and beat them in those duels. He likes ripping people inside out like Kieran Tierney does. Those give and goes, those in and outs, just those leaving the man for dead. That's what he's good at. Now he's decent technically and he's decent in the air because he's a tall man. But when it comes down to it, his weaknesses is he's also not one of the most. He gets gassed quite quickly. He usually gets subbed out. He doesn't usually last a full 90 minutes. And you know what? He defensively, his opponents can get past him sometimes and send in quick crosses. He's not the fastest at getting out to his opponents and stopping crosses. But you know what? If we did sign him, he would move right into our right back position. He would be a complete player at this time, and he would step into that Arsenal team, delivering crosses, playing well, and he would develop over the next few years because this man is still young. He's not as old as the other guys. He's 24 years old, so he would still be developing, and hopefully he could develop into a better right back than what he already is. Now, finally, who's the final guy? None other than Fabien Constant. None other than what's his name? Fabien Constant. Right now, Fabien Constant is an interesting player. He's probably the least favorable out of the four, right? But he's intense defensively. He's very good defensively. His ability to he does not let crosses come in and he does not let shots go off on his thing. He's very active defensively. He's a good one-on-one defender, technically skilled. In addition to that, his fast agility, he's decent in the air, and overall work rate and effort is amazing. There is some questions about his technical abilities when it comes to his moving the ball quick enough, moving the ball fast enough, receiving the ball under pressure, and being able to take it out and moving around from that right-hand spot. Now, and also he does keep his head down at times and doesn't see passes and doesn't see opponents picking out passes. He doesn't overlap very often and get forward as much. He's more of an old-fashioned defender, this guy, where he defends first and thinks about attack second. So that is what this guy would offer you. He would be an intense player. He's a good athlete, good defender, and would not have a problem with the ball in the air. Arsenal should consider him, of course, but the thing is, he would not offer us enough attacking-wise. He would be more of like a Aaron Wan-Bissaka, where he's known more for his defensive attributes and less known for his offensive attributes. So yeah, that would be the fifth and final guy. And in my opinion, guys, if it comes down to it, who should Arsenal take? I think we should definitely look at Leo as the number one option, right? If of course Hakimi would be great, but Hakimi is going to cost too much. After Leo, I would say we should go for I say we should go for Junior. Third, I would say Giovanni Di Lorenzo, and finally I would say Fabien would be last. I would put Fabien last. So that's my guys. Those are my 5 guys to replace Héctor Bellerín, ladies and gentlemen. Big up to everybody in the comment section. I can see you guys going all in. Give me your thoughts. Who you guys would replace Héctor Bellerín with? Who you guys think would Héctor Bellerín would be Héctor Bellerin's best replacement? And you know what, guys? Thank you. Have yourselves a wonderful day.